I've heard these stories about how the theory that somehow the minerals in the ground and the mountains around here have something to do with all the paranormal activity.
You know, I have heard that, but taking a look at an even bigger picture, there have been inhabitants here for millennia, peoples that have lived here, thrived here, and have come and gone way before modern man has ever set foot here. And as people die and they move on, they leave energy.
Yeah.
And what we're feeling is, and seeing and experiencing, is a lot of that energy that those folks have left behind. This building here is known to be a very active place for paranormal activity. I've had several neat experiences here with what I call my friends. And every once in a while, they'll let me know they're around. And I surprised one the other day. I walked into a closet area, like an old cloak room, and there was a little girl in a cute pink dress, and she just went, and just vanished.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Well, thank you, and welcome to Bullion Plaza, the Cultural Center and Museum.
So what was this place?
This was Bullion Plaza School, and Bullion Plaza was built in 1923 and opened in 1924 as a segregated school here in Miami for Apache children and Mexican children. But in one time, in about the 1920s and 30s, this area was responsible for producing 25% of the world's copper.
25%?
With no technology, with just picks, shovels, and rudimentary tools. 25% of the world's copper.
All right, so I'm assuming that means that the workforce was...
The workforce was it was a melting pot. You had the globe here. You had Slavics, you had Mexicans, you had Irish, you had Swedish. It was literally United Nations here in our area. And
But this school was Apache children
Apache and Mexican.
And does that mean the Apaches were working in the mines, or this was just the school they went to because they were on the
Right, this was the school they went to. And I'm sure there were Apaches working in the mines as well.
But they lived on the reservation?
Oh, and some of them actually lived in a wash that I can take you to right behind the school.
Oh, they lived behind the school?
Yeah. Yeah, in the early days of this town. Yeah, they were literally, they were all around. They were here before we were.
Oh, no, I understand that.
And so we just kind of moved in and they adjusted. So through here, as you can see, we've got some examples of this phone booth. This is what you would find about 3,000 feet underground in a mine shaft. And this is a communication, the old rotary phone.
Yeah.
Crank it up and away you go. And then through here, and again, some of the switchboards that were controlling all the power. We've got detonators, different types of artifacts that were
dynamite
pulled.
sticks.
Oh yeah, that were pulled from, and of course those are perfectly safe now. What we're trying to emulate here is, this is underground mining in about 1900 to 1920. This building here is known to be a very active place for paranormal activity.
So this is an everyday kind of life for you.
It is, yeah, it's great, and I'm loving every minute of it. I wouldn't trade it for the
come to
world.
work and sometimes you'll
You just never know. You never know. It's like, who am I going to bump into? Who's going to say hi? Am I going to see a blur down a hallway? Am I going to hear a chain rattle? The other day I heard a chain rattle, and somebody wanted me back here, so I walked all the way back, and I just see this chain swinging on the door. Nobody was there. It's like, okay, you got me.
So for you, none of this is scary?
No.
Not a bit of it?
I think it's awesome. I love it.
It's so interesting because some people have, in this town that I've talked to, have experiences, they're just part of their day, it goes like you, right?
Correct.
It's just kind of fun, they're there, they let me know they're there, it's kind of a neat thing, and other people are scared.
Yeah, they are. They're genuinely scared. I knew people that wouldn't go down in this basement. Refuse. It's like, I am not going down in that basement. It's a hotbed of paranormal activity down there.
Where's the basement?
It is below the main stairway.
Uh-huh.
We can take you down there if you want.
I want to go down to the basement.
All right, let's go down to the basement.
Go down
All
the
right.
basement, let's go do it.
Okay. So welcome to the basement.
Yep.
And this is one of the most active areas for paranormal activity in our museum. And there are people that just will absolutely not set foot down here for love nor money.
Yeah, okay.
After you.
Well, I want to go to the dark spot over there.
Oh yes, go to the dark side.
I don't know if I want to be the lone kid down here. Or was it?
You never know.
I mean, if you take a school that was segregated,
Yeah, it was segregated.
and it was Apache kids and Mexican
Mexican
kids,
kids, yeah.
run by all white
Staff.
all white staff.
All white staff. And it was that way until 1951.
I have a feeling, I'm not saying they misused or mistreatment, but I'm sure it was an interesting place to go to school.
Oh yeah. Well, the kids were severely punished for speaking their native tongue. It was English only. You learned how to read, write English. If you didn't speak it, then you were gonna get introduced to the paddle. Yes, and I've had alumni come in that were here pre-segregation, and they go, yep, if you slipped up and you said something, man, right to the principal's office and kaboom.
It's amazing what we did to try and stop
And
them
there were
speaking.
families, I have friends here with Hispanic coming out of Mexican families, and their parents refused to teach them how to speak Spanish because they were so afraid that their kids would be punished in school if they slipped up and spoke Spanish. Yeah,
There's so much to this town.
there is. There's a lot more here than meets the eye.
So much to this town. Like, okay, so I felt that. I felt, I don't feel like the bully ghost you said might be down here, but the kids, when you started talking about the kids and being punished for speaking their own language, I felt that.
Yeah,
I felt that here.
yeah, I touched a nerve.
I'm not sure it was down here, I'm not saying it was there, but that was something. That was something.
Resonates,
Yeah.
That resonates, yeah, absolutely.